Congratulations on season 3 of Outer Banks.
Thank you.
It's so much fun. With a show like yours, it's like there's all this pressure to like keep upping the ante
Oh yeah.
and bigger, bolder. How do you feel this season compares?
I think this season is huge in comparisons to 1 and 2. Somehow, honestly, I watched it at the end. I don't know how we pulled it all off, but I'm happy we did. This season's definitely ups the ante for sure.
For sure. And that's true for Kiara as well. Like she goes on such a journey this season. And I mean, she's been on one since the beginning, but I'm wondering what you can tease about what we can expect from her this season.
Yeah. I think you can expect more of Kiara following her heart and passion, and a little bit of a battle of her trying to merge both of her worlds into one, and with the fight, or not fight, but like with going back and forth with her parents of trying to build that trust. Yeah, trying to collide her worlds, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
She's such an awesome character. She's brave, she's smart, she's resourceful, she's pretty much a badass.
Yeah.
How is it for you getting to bring a character like that to life year after year?
Amazing. I I feel so like empowered playing her, um, and championing the spirit of young people who know what they want and are fighting for what they want.
Yeah.
I feel really proud to play her, honestly.
That's so awesome. She also
Yeah.
gets a little bit of a new love interest. I won't spoil it. I mean, it's been a little teased in the trailers. How do you feel about this direction that she's going this time?
I I think Kiara is a where the wind takes her kind of girl, and I think you see her and JJ this season. They've had this chemistry, and this season is them trying to figure out what that chemistry means and where that lands them. Is it just chemistry, or is there something to build off of here? And there's a little bit of that push and pull this season.
Yeah, definitely. And I know this has been a very highly anticipated, very like, fan favorite kind of connection, but
Yeah.
is it wrong that I kind of keep hoping that Kiara will get a girlfriend?
No, it's not wrong. And it's not too late. It's not too late. Kiara is giving very much bi. Like, it's never too late to be bisexual.
I mean, is that something you would like to see that happen for the character, for her to meet someone,
Of
meet a
course.
special gal?
I mean, I would love for it to be one of our characters, and of course, I would like the honor of doing that and being that representation, because,
Yeah.
you know, pulling from my own life, and I would be honored to show that representation in our show. But um, if it isn't Kiara, hopefully someone, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I do love that the show, even though it is very fun and adventurous, that it does still kind of ground some of the most important themes
Hmm.
in more serious issues, like particularly around issues of class,
Yeah.
right? Um, so I'm wondering, how important is it for you to show, to kind of like touch on those issues that I think that
Yeah.
sometimes people don't necessarily want to go there?
Sure. Um, I think it's very important, and I think to play this specific character where she does have her foot in
Yeah.
both worlds. Really, the only thing keeping her foot in this world is her parents and her family, which I I feel lucky to play this character who is constantly preaching that worldly possessions mean nothing to her,
Right.
and constantly fighting to show her parents that she's not trying to come off as ungrateful, but is trying to let them know that her purpose is with being a good friend and being and following her passions. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, it requires her to kind of do things that are maybe against what the mainstream would expect from her or want from her.
Sure,
And
sure.
I think that that's such a good role model, to say that you don't have to follow the strict path that the world has set out for you.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of reflects some of your life, right? Like you came out, I think a lot of people would, you know, pressure people to like keep those things private, or maybe fear how they it would impact their career. And I'm wondering for you,
Mm-hmm.
it's so meaningful to have people be out. That's, how
Of
that is.
course,
Like you have to
yeah.
see it to be it. Um, do you reflect on what it means for you to know that there are people in the audience that is meaningful to? And
Yes.
do you hear from people who talk to you about that?
Yes, I do. I would love nothing more to have this representation on screen, but I'm so grateful and
Yeah.
honored to be the representation off screen. And that was huge for me. I mean, when you have an audience and you're building a fan base, I want the people who follow me and support me to know who they're supporting, and me coming out is a huge part of that. I I represent on that behalf very, very proudly.
Hmm.
So it meant the world of me. It wasn't even a decision to do so. And I get the most wonderful messages, comments, DMs, all of it of people telling me how I've inspired them and how I've, shown them that being yourself is the best option sometimes. I get very, very sweet messages and very fulfilling messages. And
That's wonderful.
yeah.
I'm so glad, because I mean it is an act of generosity to open up your life and to share that with people. And I wonder, I know at the time you talked about how freeing it was, and I think that is a common experience that queer people have. But I wonder now, you are in
Yeah.
the public eye. It's been a few years, and I'm wondering how, if your feelings have evolved on that, if you reflect on that at all, about being so open about something intimate about yourself, but also your
Yeah.
private life.
I'm happy that I made sure that because I came out when I was 18, which was 6 years ago, and I just gained this platform. So it was less of a decision to come out and more of a decision to be an open book with people, because I'm not interested in gaining people's respect who don't respect me. And so being myself was very important, tailoring your audience to yourself. I feel like I can be closer with people if I'm just being myself, and they can relate to me way more if I'm being honest. So I'm happy I let people know who I was from the jump. I don't know. I'm not trying to sneak up on anybody or not vocalize who I am in, so I don't deter certain people from me. If you are
Hmm.
turned off by who I am, then you know what I mean?
I love that, and I think it's really powerful and empowering to be so, like,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah.
So back to the season. So the Pogues, I won't spoil it, but you guys are going after a very famous treasure this time
Oh
around.
yeah.
Um, and I love any sort of unsolved mystery. It's part of what I love so much about the show. And I wonder if there's any like mystery or treasure you would like to see the Pogues tackle next.
Oh. I don't know. I'm open to. I'm not like the most knowledgeable on lost treasures, but I hope we find them all. I mean, I really love that about this season, though. I'm happy that we get deeper into the history of where the gold even came from.